कॉपी करके जिसको भेजना है।
उसको बोल दो उससे चलवा दो
लिंक शेयर करना पड़ेगा आपको।
किसको उसको
अरे लगाओ तो कि भाई बन को तो लगा तो कुर्सी यहाँ से कर ला कि भाई बन को ज्यादा कोई दिक्कत नहीं बैग को काम थोड़ा पीछे रख दो वो भी ना पीछे कर के 3 2 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 एक वाला का पहले इधर से हटा दो काफी का 20 करनी है सर काफी का कोई मतलब नहीं थोड़ी स्टैंड लगा दी सर कुर्सी ये पड़ी वो पड़ी कुर्सी चालू ही हो तो माइक
सामने देखिए आप एक बार माइक भी देखिए
हेलो लोकेशन शेयर कर दो यहाँ से यहाँ की लोकेशन एक बार इधर देखिए माइक आपने
In today's era of globalization, augmenting skills of expository, effectiveness, debating, and negotiating have become obligatory on the part of education. Institutes to provide opportunities to the young mind to cultivate and nourish inventiveness, leadership skills, mental agility, confidence, and commitment to the cause of the young generation. Glorious and a pleasant morning to one and all present here. I, Ridhima Sharma, and I, Pratisha Mandani, from Vaishali Nagar branch, are delighted and honored to be the host for today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the grand finale MUN, that is Model United Nations Conference 2024-25 from the Soft Skills Department. On this momentous occasion, it's my honor to welcome our chairperson, jury members, all the dignitaries, DJMs, principal, vice principal, wonderful parents, and everyone present here to grace this event. We're all delighted and honored by your presence on this significant day. Light symbolizes knowledge and dignity. It not only dispels darkness but also illuminates our soul. So now I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindle the auspicious lamp and embark on today's proceeding. May I now request you all to please stand for the invocation. शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं ते निपुणाश्च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठति दीपः तस्य नास्ति चरित्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries. I request you all to kindly be seated. I request Nikki ma'am to take it over.
Thank you so much, Radhima and Pratishtha. It is my honor to now request Jitendra sir and our host batch principal Renu Sharma ma'am and Vandana ma'am to pin the badge to our esteemed dignitaries. I may now call all the MUN delegates to kindly take their seats. Student, delegates kindly move according to the placards. I would like to call Australian delegates to take their seat first. Towards your left hand side. Now I would like to call all the Japanese delegates to please take their seats. The delegates of India, please take your seat. Delegates of Russia, kindly take your seat.
USA delegate?
Ukraine.
Black one first. Okay. पानी पिएगा?
A true welcome is never complete without warm words and warmer gestures. May I please invite the chairperson and the jury members to kindly be seated and request all the NUN delegates to pay a standing ovation to our esteemed chairperson and jury members. Ms. Sunita Minhas, as a chairperson of today's event, she is a dedicated and visionary principal and educational leader with an experience of 20 years in school administration. She has participated in various co-curricular activities and has won silver medal in National Youth Parliament competition organized under Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs as a best opposition leader. We have jury member Ms. Vasudha Pandey. She is a research scholar in public administration, specializing in women empowerment in health and education. To name a few published work of her is Empowering Women Through Skill Development Initiatives in accordance with NEP 2020, Unveiling the Gap, the Lack of Women-Centric Mental Health Interventions in Rajasthan. Now, our jury member, Mr. Rohit Verma sir, the jury of today's deliberation. He is a versatile personality with exceptional oratory skills, known as Rohit, the Mai Tycoon. He is an educator by profession and a passionate poet. He is an head examiner for CBSE exams and board paper evaluation. He has been a senior observer for various government exams conducted by central government. He has adjusted and conducted prestigious debates and MUNs at schools and university level. Thank you to all our jury members and chairpersons. Thank you, delegates. Please be seated. Now I would hand over the mic to Ridhima and Pratisha.
Thank you, ma'am. Humanity isn't a race. It's not a people or a person. It's something you ask yourself. Humanity is a question. Will you ask yourself? Will you share? Will you sacrifice? Will you play a fake game? Well, we can try to answer the question on humanity on our own, but without faith in each other, we will spend our lives vainly seeking in the crowd alone. So let's collectively decide on global challenges and the resolutions in our today's event. MUN. MUN is an academic simulation of the United Nations where students play the role of delegates from the different countries and attempt to solve the real world issues with the policies and perspectives of their assigned countries. It aims to develop, enhance, and improve teamwork, coordination, collaboration, critical thinking, analytical and observation skills, along with presentation and communication skills. Overall, it's a benefiting platform to stimulate, enhance, and reciprocate cooperation, diplomacy, and refine skill sets of young delegates to take on the global challenge.
Let's set the tone for MUN conference. MUN delegates will represent a country and working to achieve a consensus to meet their country's interests and global community. Students will be judged on their confidence and presentation skills along with valid questions and appropriate answers. Time for each country to present their agenda is 6 minutes. All the best delegates. Let's begin with round 1. Delegates of Japan will steer discussion on technology, industry, infrastructure, and innovation.
Check. A very warm good morning to Honorable Chairperson and distinguished delegate. I am Yashwardhan, Delegate of Japan, a nation which is years ahead from the world in the terms of technology and innovation, and deeply dedicated to fostering innovation, economic growth, and global cooperation with its rich history and culture. Our rich history of progress and commitment to solve global challenges has positioned us as a global leader in various sectors like technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Japan has consistently played a vital role on the global stage. From groundbreaking advancements in technology and sustainable developments to its unwavering dedication to peace and international collaboration, we boast a highly developed economy with full strong focus on export, particularly in automotive and electronic sectors. With being as a leader in robotics, renewable energy and sustainable development, we are prepared to share our expertise to address the pressing challenges of our time, including social equity, disaster management, and technology recovery. With this, I would like to hand over the mic to my next fellow delegate. Arigato.
रेड लाइट ब्लिंक कर रही है हाँ रिसीव कर वहाँ रेड लाइट ब्लिंक कर रही
Technology, like art, is a celebration of human imagination. Ohio Gozaimasu, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. I am Shakti, delegate of Japan,
ब्लिंक कर
and I will be discussing Japan's significant role in the field of technology. Japan, a global technology leader and home to some of the world's most innovative countries, we hold 45% of the global robotic market, industry giants like Fanuc, Honda, and SoftBank Robotics leading the way. We are also one of the most important countries in patent filing, with over 370,000 patents submitted annually, reflecting our technological advancements. Japan's technological infrastructure is exceptional, with 93% of the population having access to high-speed internet and reflecting her economic growth and industrial
industrial inclusion.
We are also investing in IoT-based smart city and infrastructure. For example, the city of Yokohama has implemented an IoT-based smart city structure. At the last, I would like to say that Japan has continued to push the boundaries of technological progress and has committed a collaboration with global communities. And with this note, I would like to pass my next delegate, Arigato.
Ohio gozaimasu, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. I am Shangar, a delegate of Japan, and I will highlight Japan's vital role towards fostering innovation. Innovation is at the core of Japan's progress. We have invested 3.2% of GDP annually towards research and development. This amounts to approximately $180 billion each year. This commitment to innovation has led to breakthroughs in various sectors such as renewable energy, robotics, and healthcare. Toyota's development of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles and Cyberdyne's robotic exoskeletons are prime examples of how Japan is shaping the future of clean energy and healthcare technology. In addition, Japan is pioneering smart city projects such as the Minato Mirai in Yokohama, as said by my former fellow delegate. This project integrates advanced technologies to improve urban living, reduce emissions, and enhance sustainability. Through continuous investment in innovation, Japan remains committed to addressing global challenges, fostering international partnerships, and ensuring a sustainable future for all. With that note, I would like to pass the mic to my next fellow delegate. Arigato.
Ohio gozaimasu, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. I am Rana Sharma, a delegate of Japan, and today I will address Japan's industrial strength. Japan, it is an industrial powerhouse. It is the third largest automobile producer in the world, manufacturing over 9 million vehicles annually. Our automotive industries are one of the most leading, largest, innovative in the world. Our companies like Toyota and Honda have been at the forefront of EV development and autonomous driving technologies. In addition, we are also promoting technologies and industries that are in renewable energy sources to reduce our dependence on the fossil fuels. And for that, we have set a target of generating 24% of the electricity from our renewable energy sources by the year 2030. We are also playing a major role in electronics with companies such as Sony and Panasonic, which are shaping the global economy. And Japan is also accounting 20% of the global shipbuilding production, contributing to the development of eco-friendly and energy-efficient vessels. In addition, I would like to say that Japan's industrial estate is a remarkable success story, built on foundation of strategic planning, innovation, and collaboration. As we look into the future, it is essential that we continue to adapt, innovate, and work together. With that note, I would like to hand over the mic to my next fellow delegate, Arigato.
Ohio gozaimasu, Honorable Chairperson and respected delegate. I am Ruchi, delegate of Japan, and I will discuss Japan's impressive role in global infrastructure development. Japan's infrastructure is recognized as one of the most advanced in the world. Our Shinkansen network spans 2,764 kilometers, serving 500 million passengers annually with an average delay of less than 1 minute, which is a benchmark for speed, efficiency, and safety. Moreover, we are investing heavily in smart grid infrastructure, aiming to increase energy efficiency and to reduce carbon emission. Like a Tokyo Electric Power Company has implemented a smart grid system that enables real-time monitoring and control over energy distribution.
Thank you.
In urban planning, Japan has pioneered smart cities projects such as those in Tokyo and Fukuoka, optimizing energy use and enhancing public services while reducing environmental impact. Our disaster management system, such as the JLO, are crucial in protecting our lives by issuing the rapid warning system to earthquake, tsunami, and all other natural disasters. With this, we see that all these contributions are interconnected. Our technological advancement, innovation, and industry are all supported by world-class infrastructure. Because future is collective efforts and Japan is proud to contribute to this vision of sustainability and prosperous global community. Arigato.
Thank you, Team Japan. Let's move ahead with the delegates of Team Germany discussing the same agenda. The future. Germany's infrastructure. In a world where technology and connectivity define the future, Germany's infrastructure is not just a network, but it is the lifeblood of our economic prosperity and environmental future. Greetings, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. Myself, Rashida, and today I am present here to represent the topic infrastructure and industry. As a nation recognized for its world-class infrastructure, Germany is renowned for its efficiency and resilience underpinning its position in the Europe's largest economy. Now, if we talk about the German industries, the IT sector has driven out to be a key driver of economic growth in 2024. The IT sector is also planning for future sustainable and safe future. With such achievements, it becomes clear that progress is only meaningful when driven by a purpose. Germany urges the global community to collaborate, innovate, and act decisively for a sustainable and better future. Thank you. Now I would like to hand over the mic to Ridhima.
Good morning, esteemed chairs, honored delegates, and distinguished guests. Today, I, Ridhima, the delegate of Germany, want to highlight Germany's social and energy infrastructure. Germany, known for its iconic autobahns and some of the world's fastest trains, is a fascinating mix of both brilliance and contradictions. Our energy transition, known as energy Wende, has positioned Germany as a global leader in terms of renewables such as solar, wind, and biomass. Around 57% of our country's renewables are powered with the help of renewable energy such as wind, solar, and biomass. We are aiming for carbon neutrality by 2045. On the social front, our healthcare system provides a universal coverage, and we have top universities and prestigious universities. We also excel in social governance with successful public-private partnerships. Thank you. Now I would like to hand the mic to the next delegate.
Good morning, respected chairperson. I am single delegate of Germany extend my greetings to the committee. Germany is considered a global leader in technology and innovation. In 2022, it filed 24,684 patents in the European Patent Office, highlighting its global research ecosystem. German companies invested over 110 billion euros on R&D, focusing on advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and renewable energy. Germany also emphasizes on ethical practices and significantly education to address talent gap. As a pioneer of Industry 4.0, it integrates Internet of Things and automation with 30% of manufactured adopting smart technologies. Over 57% of electricity in Germany comes from renewable sources. Another 8 billion euros have been allocated to green energy and hydrogen projects. Germany employs over 1.3 million tech workers every year and ensures 93% of households have access to high-speed internet. Thank you.
Good morning, respected chairperson and esteemed delegates. I, the delegate of Germany, is going to talk about the challenges that will be facing clients. Germany is facing a critical energy crisis in 2024 caused by the loss of Russian gas, nuclear plant shutdowns, and slow progress in renewable energy. This has led to a 35% rise in energy prices, fueling inflation and economic spread. Bureaucratic inefficiency has also delayed the shift to green energy. Economically, Germany is expected to see a 0.6% GDP decline, making it the only major economy set to shrink. The automobile industry lags behind China in e-mobility, and the construction sector faces with insolvencies. Investments in green technology, infrastructure, and digitalization is still insufficient.
Respected jury, dear delegates, and my fellow audience, I'm Karisha representing Germany. The beacon where tradition converges with innovation through cutting-edge technology and connectivity. From iconic autobahns to a pioneering industry of 4.0 landscapes, Germany optimizes AI, internet, and technology. As we know, Germany is the economic titan of Europe. Germany leads renewable energy sources and deriving 57% of electricity from sustainable sources. Initiatives like energy winding and over 30,000 of wind turbines and an unparalleled solar capacity position. Germany as a global exemplar of energy tradition. Now let's come to technology and medical sector. Germany excels employing over 1.2 million people in IT sector and also offering near universal medical coverage and underscoring resilience and sustainable growth. That's all. Thank you.
Kudos in Germany. With this, we conclude the agenda technology, industry, infrastructure, and innovation. I now invite delegates from Australia to discuss the agenda quality education and strong institutions.
Dream. It's not something that you'll see while sleeping. It's something that does not let you sleep. A very warm good morning to Honorable Chair and esteemed delegates. Myself, Bhumiraj Purohit. It is an honor to address this gathering on the remarkable topic of Australia's quality education and strong institutions. Australia's education system has evolved significantly over time. In the past, it was based on British models with church-run schools and limited access. By the mid-20th century, education in Australia expanded, focusing on equity and accessibility. In the present, Australia's education system is diverse, offering a strong primary, secondary, and higher education with a focus on technology and inclusivity. Future education in Australia is expected to integrate more on technology, such as AI and personalized learning, that emphasizes lifelong learning to adapt to evolving job markets. Equity and teacher development will remain key areas for improvement in Australia. Though Australia is known for its strong institutions across various sectors, contributing to its stability, prosperity, and global reputation. Some of the key institutions may include government and democracy. Australia's political system is based on a federal structure. The constitution divides the power between the federal and the state government, ensuring both checks and balances. In addition, law and order. The Australian Federal Police, AFP, and some of the state-based police services maintain law and order in the society, also maintaining justice and fairness at the same time. Other institutions may be financial system, education systems, etc. These institutions are crucial for Australia's stability and continued success, contributing to its global reputation, high quality of living, and economic growth. Australia's journey is all about being the change you want to see in the society. Agendas for quality education and strong institutions in Australia. So let us begin by the historical content. So by the evolution of Australia's education and institution in since 19th century in the early time period. Now let us come over the current situation of Australia's education and institution. So as per now, Australia is the global leader in such forms like education, institution, and research as well. Now let us conclude. The institutional strength. The main role of Australia's institution is to develop the democratic value as well as the governance and social equality. So let us end by the freedom and political influence. So for that, I will request the next candidate.
Your name is Rakshita.
Akshita.
The Australian government faces several challenges in ensuring the high quality of education and maintaining strong institutions. These challenges include equity and access in education, regional disparities. The students from rural and remote areas often lack the same quality of education as their urban counterparts, including qualified teachers, modern facilities, and advanced technologies. Indigenous education. Closing the educational gap between the indigenous Australians remains a significant challenge, with lower attendance, retentions, and achievement rates in compared to non-indigenous students. Socio-economic barriers. Students from low-income families may struggle for the quality education due to resource limitation and including digital online learning platforms. Teacher recruitment and retentions. There is a shortage of qualified teachers, particularly in STEM subjects in remote and regional areas. Funding and resource allocation. Ensuring a fair distribution of funding between private and public schools are contentious issues. Now, at the last, technological integration. The cybersecurity and ethical use of technology in education are growing concerns. My name is Jason Bharti, sir.
Good morning, honorable judges. My name is your introduction with your names.
Start with your name so that we can identify.
Good morning to honorable judges. Myself, Fatih Parekh, and today I am giving speech on education in Australia. The Australian government faces several challenges in maintaining proper education and infrastructure. These challenges span equity, accessibility, funding, endurance, and governance. There are some key strategies that will help you address out these issues. Firstly, teacher recruitment. The Australian government faces several challenges in teacher recruitment. There is less faculty enrollment in Australia. Teacher training and incentives. Offering scholarships, trainings, and incentives for teachers who are willing to work in underserved regions. Mental health and activities. Providing mental health services within the school itself and training teachers to address out student issues. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, and my distinguished colleagues, I, Rakshita Melkar, represent Australia in the Science and Technology Committee. Today, I'll address the pressing issue of education in Australia. So, the resolution of advancing quality education in strong institutions in Australia marks a significant milestone in the nation's pursuit of sustainable development. Initiatives to enhance digital learning, reduce educational disparities, and invest in teacher training demonstrate future-looking programs to ensuring every individual has tools to succeed in a globalized world. Equally, strengthening institutions through transparency, accountability, and citizen participation demonstrates Australia's dedication to good governance. Measures to combat corruption, uphold the rule of law, and investing in human rights ensures that public trust in institutions remains steadfast. These combined efforts align with the United Nations Agenda 2030, particularly SDGs 4, that is, quality education, and 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, showcasing Australia's leadership on global stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Australia. I would like to announce it again. Please introduce yourself, delegates. So let me call upon Team Ukraine to talk more on quality education and strong institutions.
Education is the driver of change and development in this world, and education is critical for the human race to continue to thrive and grow. Good morning, Honorable Chair and esteemed delegates. Myself, Tilotma Mitra, standing here as an Ukrainian delegate Discussing about the agenda, quality education and strong institutions SDG 4. Ukraine stands here today as a nation caught up in the grip of war, but also as a nation resilient and determined to ensure a better future for its citizens. Ukraine believes that education is a human right and that all people should have access to education. Hence, being one of the most educated societies in the world with an outstanding tertiary gross enrollment of 83% and a literacy rate of 100%, which is a monumental achievement in itself. Education in Ukraine is very well defined with major courses globally recognized by WHO, UNESCO and European Council. Education in Ukraine is compulsory for the children aging between 6 to 15 years. In 2022, government of Ukraine nearly spent 6% of its GDP on education. Though, because of the war, there is a significant decline in the education system in Ukraine. Ukraine is still standing strong with its renowned institutions and international schools that are famous globally, thereby fostering a prosperous and enlightened future for its nation's youth. Together, we aim to create a pathway to sustainable development even in the face of adversity. Thank you. Over to Nazia to state some facts and figures.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nazia and I am the delegate of Ukraine. So, Ukraine education system is divided into 5 parts: primary, middle, secondary, vocational, and a higher education. Free education is provided to the citizens for the higher education on the basis of the competition. Ukraine produces the 4 largest number of education with the Europe's and Ukraine has an indelible mark on our society, which is. Now I want to pass to IOV.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Narayana. I'm standing here as a delegate of Ukraine. Approx 25% of the Ukrainian schools have been able to provide nationwide have been able to provide personal learning since September 2022. But there has been a significant decline in the economic growth. In February 2022, UNICEF has supported 1.5 million children and distributed $3 million in cash. The UN and NATO have both played their roles in Ukraine's crisis, but their efforts have lacked coordination. The NATO is primarily providing military aid and focuses in the security of the region. However, it has escalated tension and complications in peace-building efforts. The UN focuses on the diplomacy and humanitarian aids and sustainable development. The UN and NATO should both align their efforts and the UN should take the lead in the peace-building efforts supported by the NATO in the non-military capacity. This coordinated approach is essential for restoring our society and rebuilding our education for our children. I would like to pass to my chair. Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Shreya Singhal, standing here as a delegate of Ukraine. I would like to talk about path to peace and rebuilding. Reconstruction can only begin once a ceasefire is achieved. Why peace is crucial? Without peace, efforts in rebuilding schools and infrastructure is futile. Ceasefire can provide a safe zone to rebuild infrastructure and education system. UN led to the reconstruction programs to rebuild the schools, including digital learning hubs. I would like to request the programs like UNESCO and UNICEF to collaborate with us to build a temporary learning platform for the children who are displaced. Peace is the first step toward progress. I would like to urge the global community to mediate a ceasefire allowing Ukraine to rebuild shattered homes, schools, and hospitals. Only through peace we can secure the future life of our children and strengthen our society. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Myself Shanti. I'm standing here as a delegate of Ukraine. I would like to talk about call to action and resolutions. We, the delegates of Ukraine, request UN Secretary General to mediate peace talks between Ukraine and Russia, as we would like this war to end. And we would also like to establish a UN backfund for reconstructing our schools and institutions. And we will provide employment to different countries' people who are suffering from unemployment in exchange of rebuilding our infrastructure and provide our natural resources at low tax rates. And temporary learning centers for refugees in collaboration with UNICEF to set up temporary learning centers for displaced children. Esteemed delegates, Ukraine cannot achieve these goals alone. We call on international community to stand with us by supporting our resolution. Together, we rebuild our infrastructure, institution, and ensure that each and every child of Ukraine gets a quality of education. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Ukraine. Talking on good health and well-being, we have Indian delegates.
A very pleasant morning to everyone listening over here. It's Raji, and I want to talk about welfare and the healthcare of India. India, the world's largest democracy, is located in South Asia and is the seventh largest country by land area. It is known for its diverse culture, language, and a tradition. Over 1.4 billion people speak more than 1,600 languages. India is the hub of ancient civilization, home to iconic landmarks like Taj Mahal and historic cities like Varanasi. It is rapidly growing economy driven by sector IT, agriculture, and the manufacturing, rich in biodiversity. India boasts unique ecosystems from Himalaya to the Thar Desert. It is renowned for the contribution of science, art, spirituality, and the cuisine.
Namaste, Sasyakal, and welcome to all present here. I am Tyagi, the delegate of India, is going to present India. Republic of India is a country in South Asia having population of 144 crores, which makes it the most populated country. Talking about the SDGs, India mainly focus on good health and well-being. Talking about the 2030 agenda of sustainable development, it's compromising 17 targets and 169 goals, which is called Sustainable Development Goals. Health and well-being has a central place in SDG 3, ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being to all at all ages. Good health and well-being is a crucial element in sustainable development. It is an important aspect of life, human life, which determines quality of life and productivity. Thank you to all. I would like to pass the mic to my next delegate.
Pleasant morning, everyone. My name is Karakshi Sharma. I'm a delegate of India. We are going to talk about the problems faced by India. Malnutrition is a significant challenge faced by India, with many people under the age of 5 being undernourished. Sanitation and hygiene. The lack in sanitation and hygiene lead to the born of waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, and typhoid. Access to healthcare. Although it is one of the largest healthcare systems globally, but many people lack in access to basic healthcare services due to lack in infrastructure resources and skilled professionals. Even the pandemic of COVID-19 has also affected the life of people. Mental health issues are like depression, stress, anxiety spreading all over the India, but still lack awareness and resources to address them.
Air pollution. India is the most polluted city in the world, which contributes to respiratory problems and other health issues. Narayana. Air pollution. India is the most polluted city in the world, which contributes to respiratory problems and other health issues. Even after facing these challenges, India has several unique solutions for achieving good health and well-being of this people. These solutions help in achieving better health outputs and reduce the burden of disease in our country. However, we are very far away from this, but continued efforts can give the solution of these challenges. Thank you.
Let us talk about outcome of the solution implemented. India made significant progress in addressing the challenges, good health and well-being through the various innovations. Increase life expectancy. India increases life expectancy from 67% to 69
can't talk about the helping world, then to all leaders health initiative and better access to healthcare services. Now we talk about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mission. We all know about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. It is launched in 2014. This mission has brought success in reducing open infection and increasing access to used toilets. And it improved the cleanliness and everything at cleanliness in India. Now we talk about
इंडिया से
the
क्या पूछे
maternal and
पूछ
child
सकते हैं
India is
चैलेंजेस आपने अपने स्पीच में बताया माल न्यूट्रिशन भाई बंदे की आवाज़ ही नहीं आ रही
in recent years. Controlling of infectious diseases, India is successfully controlled and also eliminated several diseases like food, leprosy, etc. Now, to ensure access to healthcare, the government schemes like Ayushman Bharat has provided health insurance coverage to over 100 million people in India. Keeping all these challenges in mind, India is working progressively for the better. Now, we discuss how the India achieves SDG goal. India aims to achieve SDG goal by tackling malnutrition, improving sanitization through Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and also strengthening rural India healthcare system. The, the key priority includes mental health, controlling air pollution, and also reduction in maternal and child mortality, promoting holistic nature health. Collaborate initiative teams for health equity and sustainability. At last, I want to say that India can't be expressed in few lines or paragraphs. We are so glad that we have that opportunity to be present India in front of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Team India. Now let's hear it from Team USA.
Good morning, everyone. I, Bhavya Singh Deval, as a delegate of USA, want to represent my country. In front of you, United States of America is the world's third largest country in size and has and nearly the third largest in terms of population. It is located in North America, which is bordered to the west by Pacific Ocean and to the east by Atlantic Ocean. It is made up of 50 countries, and the fact is that is why it is having 50 stars in the flag, including mountains in the east, including mountains in the west, a central plain, and low mountains in the east. The USA is a constitution of federal republic, and the president is the head of state and the government. The USA has a mixed economy with combination of private freedom, centralized economic planning, and government regulation. The main language is English, but about 10% of population speaks Spanish. The USA has a population over 334 billion people and and the three largest metropolitan areas are New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The US has a major cultural influence on the world, which is known as Americanization. Now, I would like to call my fellow delegate to tell you about the agenda of this conference. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone present here. I am Kushika Moore, delegate of USA, want to present to you the agenda of this conference, which is Good Health and Well-being of USA. Good health and well-being is a critical component of a country's social and economic development. The USA, being one of the most prosperous and developed countries in the world, has made a significant progress in promoting good health and well-being in citizens. The country has a well-developed healthcare system, which includes a range of medical services, facilities, infrastructure. This case study aims to provide a detailed analysis of the USA health and well-being. Now, I would like to call my fellow delegate to tell us about the challenges we are facing.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Palina Swami, one of the delegates of USA. The US has made a significant progress in promoting good health and well-being to its society, but it still faces several challenges. Obesity is a major challenge for the US, with over 42% of population being obese. Mental health issues including depression and anxiety has been on the rise, with over 50 million Americans suffering from it, according to the National Institute of Mental Health. Despite having a well it's still inaccessible to many Americans. Even chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease is a major problem for the country. According to
मैं दोनों साथ
CDC,
में
over
क्यों ले लिया?
70,000 Americans died from drug overdose in
ये मेरे को
2020
छाले पड़े,
itself.
मेरे मुंह में
We
जलेगी
do
ये
not do
चीज
any physical activities and
आराम से।
over 40 million people suffer from food insecurity, and they are not having the ability to get the food they want to eat for their requirement. Environmental pollution and aging population is also a major problem in the country. Now, I would like to pass the mic to my fellow delegate to tell us about the resolutions. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Momita Mari, a delegate of US, in front of you here to tell you for the challenges we are facing. The US has taken several solutions for the challenges, and here are some. The Affordable Care Act was implemented in 2010 to ensure that equal access to healthcare is very important. We have tobacco control policies that ensures that the consumption of tobacco between citizens can be minimized. And the fortunate is many vaccination programs were launched and all of them were successful. Our brilliant employers in the US have implemented many workplace mental health programs that has ensured that healthy behavior is practiced between the employees. Also, telemedicine is becoming increasingly popular in the rural areas where the access to healthcare is very limited. And to end, we have been trying to provide mental health services to the underserved communities and the old age. Thank you. Now I demand my co-delegate to conclude.
Greetings to everyone. I, Monica Sharma, one of the delegates of USA. United States of America has implemented several solutions to tackle the troubles related to good health and well-being. Access to healthcare has improved and helped millions of Americans. According to CDC, the obesity rate among the children aged 2 to 5 years has declined from 18% to 14%. According to NIDA, National Institute on Drug Abuse, the rate of narcotic overdose that has decreased for the first time over the recent decades. Policies aimed at reducing environmental pollution have resulted in decline in air and water pollution. The United States of America has emerged as a leader in healthcare innovation. As a delegate of USA, I believe that collective action, innovation, and unwavering commitment are the cornerstones to achieve good health and well-being.
It's an honor. It's an honor that Rahul sir, the DGM of Rajasthan, Zone 1, is among us. I would now request Post Branch Principal, Ms. Renu Sharma, and Ms. Vandana to kindly pin the badge.
बड़ा को मारो दे बोलिए कोई तो बोलो मैं तो चुप रही हूं देख वो बड़ी भागे जे के दिन भागे जे अटीन बोली बेरी जब कम हुआ.
Thank you, Team USA. Last but not the least, we have countries discussing on agenda peace and security. I invite delegates from United Kingdom to highlight their points.
I will drive reform in my mission to get the United Kingdom walking, building, and growing. Good morning, dignitaries, jury members, and other delegates. Myself, Rishika Shoran. Today, I will be representing my country, United Kingdom, as a strong delegate regarding its peace and security. United Kingdom is a state in which historic countries are merged up, like England, Wales, Scotland, as well as Northern Ireland. It is known as home for both modern parliamentary democracy and industrial revolution. Nonetheless, the United Kingdom has remained economic and military power with a great political and cultural influence around the world. The UK economy has shifted from a period of high recession and inflation to a development and favorable environment for growth. The UK's GDP per capita is projected to be $52,423 in 2024, and the inflation rate is increased by 1.7% in 2024. The UK has a multiple-party political system and a constitutional monarchy, in which the Prime Minister is the head of the state, the Queen is the chief, and the Parliament is the supreme legislative body. Some of the most commonly reported social issues in Ukraine are economical changes, climatical changes, housing, and crime. Now, my fellow delegate Anya will be continuing further.
Thank you, Rishika. Good morning to all dignitaries and delegates. I am Sharma representing the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has always promoted its strong relationship to maintain peace and security on a global scale. As a permanent United Nations Security Council, UK actively collaborates with alliances and partners challenges such as terrorism, climate change, and nuclear conflict. Our special relationship with the United States remain a cornerstone of global security. Together we lead NATO independent democratic values as seen in our unified support for Ukraine in overcoming Russia's aggression. This collaboration showcases how strong alliances ensure peace in the case of conflict. In the Pacific partnership with Japan, Australia, and India strengthen our collective ability to promote regional stability and similarly relationship with Gulf nations such as Saudi Arabia and UAE enables vital cooperation in the anti-terrorism and energy security. The UK's commitment to peace extends beyond the diplomacy by investing in development, technology, and education in Africa. And the Commonwealth will address the root causes of instability and create opportunity for shared prosperity. In conclusion, the UK stands firm in its belief that this collaboration with other nations is essential for maintaining peace and security on a global scale. Together we can shape a safer and a more successful world. Now I would like to hand over my mic to my fellow delegate Ritika.
Thank you, Anya. Greetings to my honorable dignitaries and my fellow delegates. Myself, Ritika Shukla, going to continue with Anya's lines to address about the society challenges in UK and government's response to it. The United Kingdom refers to the range of societal challenges that necessitate a multifaceted government's response to it. Economic disparity stands as a significant concern, remains a significant concern, the widening gap between the rich and the poor.
Between the rich and the poor, the government implements measures like progress taxation, minimum wage regulations, and social welfare programs to address the income inequality and provide a safety net for vulnerable population. These efforts aim to create a fair and equitable society. Then the housing affordability stands with rising housing costs have created a challenge for many, especially younger generations and low-income families.
The government policies focus on increasing housing supplies and providing subsidies to make housing more accessible and assist first-time home buyers in securing affordable mortgages. Then we should definitely know about the threats of terrorist activities facing the United Kingdom. For this, I over to my fellow delegate from
Thank you, Ritika. Good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Pawan Shivas. I would like to elaborate on a suggestion. Terrorism, a word that strikes fear into the hearts of millions.
has become an insidious threat to global peace and security. In today's complex world, the threat of terrorism looms large. United Kingdom, like many nations, has faced its share of terrorist attack, but how has UK responded to this threat? Let us delve into the comprehensive counter-terrorism, the four pillar of contest. The contest stands for the United Kingdom Strategy for Countering Terrorism 2023, which was adopted in 2006. It is built on four key pillars: prevent, pursue, protect, and prepare. While these pillars provide a strong foundation, we believe that further international cooperation and innovative approaches are essential to effectively addressing the evolving nature of terrorist attacks. Beyond four pillars, while these contests provide a strong framework, the UK counter-terrorism extend beyond international cooperation, community engagement, counter-narrative. The UK has experienced a number of terrorist attacks in recent years, including the 7 by 7 London bombings and in 2005 and the Manchester Arena bombings in 2017 have highlighted the importance of effective counter-terrorism measures. Measures taken by UK after these attacks was one of the law, Martin's Law, which was introduced in the Parliament. Martin's Law is a significant step toward improving the security at public venues and events in the UK. Building on this point, I would like to hand over to Weber.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Vaibhav Khan. Till now, we have heard about United Kingdom, peace and security, terrorism, relations, and many more. Now let's talk about Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, of which United Kingdom is a part. Sustainable Development Goals. These are 17 global goals established by United Nations in year 2015. These goals address a range of social, economic, and environmental challenges and providing peace and prosperity to all. Now let's see which goals are helping and will help United Kingdom in providing peace and security and vision of UK over it. First, Goal 16: Peace, Justice, and Strong Institutions. This goal of SDG is important to reduce crime rates by strengthening democratic institutions and addressing issues. Goal 4: Quality education. This goal is very necessary to provide education to disadvantaged communities to reduce marginalization and inequality. Goal 11: Sustainable cities and communities. This goal 11 of SDG is important to increase urbanization to reduce crime hotspots. Goal 10: Reduce inequality. This goal of SDG is important to bridge gap between socio-economic growth to reduce tension. At last, I will conclude by saying that all these SDGs will help United Kingdom in providing peace and security, and it will also provide justice to its citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Team United Kingdom. Let's conclude it with the Russian delegates.
Доброе утро, George Dimitris and my fellow delegates. I am Pranjal Rathod, a Russian delegate, with my team going to represent the peace and security in Russian Federation. Russia, officially known as the Russian Federation, its capital is Moscow. It is the largest country in the world, covering an area of about 6 million square miles. Russia is a country which has a variety from frozen tundra of Arctic to the subtropical regions in the south. It shares borders with 14 countries and has coastlines along Arctic and Pacific Oceans. Russia's diverse geography includes vast resources including oil, natural gas, and minerals. Let's talk about Russia's economy. The currency of Russia is the Russian ruble. The origins of the Russian ruble as a designation of the silver weight can be traced in the 13th century. In the year 2022, the economic rate of Russia was 1.25%, but in the year 2023, it got increased by 3.6%. The Russian Central Bank expects economic rate to grow around 3.5 to 4%. Russia exited a 2-year-long recession after a recent crisis. The time has come to implement the necessary reforms to increase productivity, the foundation of sustainable growth, and to foster new sources of growth. Thank you. Over to my next delegate, Ms. Sangeeta. I am and most grateful. Russia is committed to maintain strong relations with a wide area of countries, particularly those with which we share economic, historical, and strategic ties. Russia's ambition is to establish itself as a world power while negotiating intricate its geopolitical force and shapes its foreign policy. It pays high priority on security, business alliances, and education while maintaining tight relations with the nations in Central Asia, Belarus, and other Soviet governments. Russia plays a significant role in promoting collaboration with the countries like India and Brazil through institutions such as the BRICS Group, the Shanghai Cooperation, and the United Nations. Building good relations with the other countries can be difficult, but it is not impossible. We should respect the conflict and boundaries set by different countries because it may harm our relation with the other countries. For further information, I would like to hand over mic to my next delegate, Aradhya.
Much obliged to tell you about the societies of Russia maintaining peace and security. The diverse society of Russia is one of its defining characteristics, and its complexity presents both opportunities and challenges. The coexistence of different cultural groups, languages, and religions makes Russia a rich tapestry of culture, contributing to its unique identity. While there are challenges in terms of integration, social bonding, and addressing the needs of minority groups, the strength of Russia lies in its ability to blend tradition and modernity, allowing both the preservation of distinct culture and the development of shared identity. I believe that to address these challenges, Russia requires a comprehensive reforms in governance, social policies, and economic services, and as a commitment to inclusivity and human rights. For further information, our next delegate, Malaysia, will continue.
I owe you and my esteemed delegates. The Russian Federation stands at a crossroad between of terrorism and military instability. The Russian Federation should modernize its military to empower the regional and social crisis. However, military might alone be insufficient. The underlying causes of terrorism must be addressed, along with encouraging communication and advanced economic growth. To achieve these goals, I believe that we must strengthen international cooperation against terrorism, which includes sharing intelligence and coordinating law enforcement efforts and taking down the terrorist network. Second, we must pursue diplomatic solutions for regional conflicts by negotiating compromise, promoting dialogue, and we can create a more stable and secure environment. Lastly, we should use military power judicially in accordance with international law. The future of Russia depends on our ability to address these challenges. Head on, we must unite as a nation and work with the international community to build a more secure and peaceful world, which also comes under the 16th Sustainable Development Goal. This is all from my side. Over to Arman.
Greetings to all the dignitaries. As Pariksha mentioned in a speech about the Sustainable Development Goals, in total there are 17 such goals. The goal of sustainable development is not just to meet the needs of today, but to ensure that the future generations inherit a world capable of meeting their own needs. This requires commitment to both environmental preservation and social equity. Sustainable Development Goal 16 promotes peaceful and inclusive societies, provides access to justice to all, and build effective and accountable institutions. Furthermore, Russia has also been working to improve its judicial system and increase access to justice to all citizens. To ensure significant improvement, Russia should ensure that the judges are appointed through a transparent and merit-based process. Russia is also working to promote tolerance, inclusivity, and social cohesion. To work diligently on this matter, Russia should engage in dialogue with local leaders and the representatives to understand their concerns and resolve issues. Additionally, the Russian media should be independent of the government because an independent media will be able to investigate and report on government corruption and abuse of human power effectively. Lastly, the Russian government should not be in favor of any particular
because it will help maintain peace and stability in the state. In a world that is more interconnected than ever before, it is clear that the challenges we face cannot be solved by one nation alone. We must come together, not as rivals, but as partners to confront the pressing issues of our time.
Well done, Team Russia. Congratulations and well done, Delegate, in round 1. We now gear up for round 2. Delegates will be unfolding the solutions for every 2 questions asked. Rules to be followed are first, each country is in alphabetical order will be asking the questions.
Each country will ask only 2 questions to any country.
No student will ask counter question.
Valid and appropriate questions should be asked.
Chairperson and the jury members will decide the best answer. Next up, I'd like to call upon the teams. First up is Australia. You can now ask 2 questions to any other country.
अगर रशिया अपन से पूछे रशिया को बहुत अगर
My question is to Ukraine. How can Ukraine balance decentralization while also managing unifying and effective governance?
Can you please repeat your question once?
How can Ukraine manage decentralization while maintaining a unifying and effective governance?
We are creating online platforms with the help. We are collaborating with the organizations like UNICEF and UNESCO to make a temporary learning platform for the children who are displaced in Ukraine. And we are also asking for the funds from the organizations like UNESCO and UNICEF and the other countries like Germany.
My next question from Ukraine is, how does Ukraine's education system ensure to cover up the lost cost to studies due to the war?
Okay, so as we know that the ongoing situation is a hostile environment, so our government has provided psychological support to almost 3 lakh students, and also temporary centers are built up. Underground bunkers are also provided, and in which 12,000 students are provided education. We are making sure that no child is deprived of the right to education.
It's your turn to ask question, Team Germany.
The question is to Japan. How is Japan is planning to
Provide
provide
the circumstances in like one in 2012 and 2018 which led to the collapse of bridges.
I would like to.
Japan is at. I would like to begin by saying that we are investing heavily in disaster resilient infrastructure. For example, we have started a disaster resilient infrastructure alliance and we are investing in new technologies that can resist disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis. This, I assure you all that this situation where this collapse will never happen again in Japan. Yeah. We also investing in.
We are also making investments in Tokyo Side, to which they are making some plans so that the bridges don't get collapse.
Our second question is to Russia. What is Russia doing to maintain peace and security with Ukraine? What is Russia doing to maintain peace with Ukraine and improve its relation with US? By sending direct negotiation, Russia can increase peace with Ukraine, and by trading with USA, they can maintain good relationships with USA. Next, I would like to call upon India for the questions.
Hello. So my first question is to USA. What is USA government doing for increasing case of drugs addict, which leads to death in a young age, especially for school kids?
For reducing the cases of drugs between the youth, we are planning many things for the same. The first one is 988. Anyone who sees that somebody is taking drugs or doing anything or he's feeling not well, they can call at 988. It is a toll-free number and it is crisis helpline number for USA. And also, we can provide naloxone, that is a life-saving drug, which works against the drugs that the youth is taking right now. And also, we are trying to make media campaigns acknowledge that we can help the youth for not taking the drugs by showing good media campaigns so that they can stop taking the drugs and these cases could be minimized.
My second question is to Russia. If Russia follows military laws and want to negotiate by words, then why did Russia attack first in Ukraine?
It depends
My first question is to USA. How do you plan to reduce the levels of gun violence in your country? At the same time, your people do not want to remove guns in your country as they believe it's their human right to have guns.
Having guns among the citizens of USA is a totally different topic from health and well-being. Also, if you see that these type of things are happening around you, you can still call for us, and also you can give support to that person who is being injured, or the person who is having the gun.
सारा इधर मत देखना नहीं देखा इधर से सवाल
My second question is to the delegation of UK. How do you plan to prevent the impending economic recession that is coming in your country?
Repeat the question.
Sure. How do you plan to prevent the impending economic recession that is coming to UK?
I would like to elaborate that the government implements measures like progress taxation, minimum wage regulation, and social welfare programs to address income inequality and provide a safety net for vulnerable populations so that the economic decisions can be controlled. Thank you for asking this question.
Now it's your turn in Russia for the questions.
My first question is from Japan. How Japan is developed in terms of natural resources except trading? How developed in terms of natural resources except trading?
Okay. I would like to elaborate that while Japan is not but very rich in natural resources, we have been heavily invested into human capital. For example, we are heavily investing for universities and schools and providing technical education to the masses. Secondly, we are also investing heavily in secondary activities such as manufacturing. Japan is industrializing rapidly. Thank you very much.
My second question is from Team India. What is India doing to solve the problems of mental health?
India has developed many camps like IMHO, which supports mental health and have public counselors if, to help people that are in depression, stress, and anxiety, due to which the death rates by suicide is getting low and people are having better mental health, which leads to a good society and motivate others to get motivate others to motivate others to get up and fight against depression, anxiety, and stress.
Coming up next is Team Ukraine for the questions.
So my first question is to Australia, quality education and strong institutions. So according to a 2023 report, Productivity Commission, only 60% of your citizens has the knowledge of basic literacy and numeracy. And also, indigenous people are most likely to drop out of school than non-indigenous people. What are the policies and measures taken by you to decrease this educational gap?
Firstly, I would like to say earlier it may be 60% in literacy rate, but now it has increased and now it is 95%. And also, Australia does not force anyone to study. Mainly, Australia is based on a cultural activity. It allows its citizens to do whatever they are interested in. So I think that's enough.
So my next so my next
So my next question is to Russia. You said that you respect the goal 16. How can you justify that? Disregarded the Budapest Memorandum in 1944 despite its committed Ukrainian territorial integration.
1994 sorry 1994.
Can you repeat please? You said that you respect the goal 16. How can you justify that? Disregarding the Budapest Memorandum in 1994 despite its committed Ukrainian territorial integration. Right now we are aware of it, but we will definitely get back to you and you are outside.
Next up is Team United Kingdom.
My first question is to Team India. India's population is increasing day by day, and we all know that health is directly linked with nutrition intake. So, what is government doing to sort out this problem?
As we all know that India is increasing in population, but we have also schemes like midday meal schemes, which help kids, small kids and teenage kids, children to help to get nourishment and solve the problem of malnutrition. It also attracts other kids below poverty line, which leads to a better nutrition and with better nutrition intakes uh, to all, as the poor peoples are not able to get the resource that they want.
My second question is from Team India only. How is child mortality rate has been reduced in India, and what is government doing for it?
Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. How is child mortality rate has been reduced in India, and what is government doing for it?
Them to simplify the question. Simplify your question. Delegation. Form it in simpler way so that
As you said in your speech that the child mortality and infant mortality rate is increasing and decreasing in some of the circumstances. So how it is decreasing and increasing, and what is government doing for it?
what do you mean by child mortality? Just explain.
So the reason of decreasing child mortality rate is that hospitals are giving education to mothers who are not educated. So due to which they can take care of their child. Because the people those who are not educated, they don't know how to take care and what amount of nutrition they have to give to the newborn child, as their newborn child is very sensitive. So due to this, the mortality rate is decreasing.
Judges, I would like to tell you that any country can ask only two questions, and from each country only two questions should be asked. So they should ask.
It was third question to India.
Two, yeah.
To Russia also 3 questions.
So they have to ask specifically only 2 questions.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Any particular.
Choice.
Last but not the least, we have Team USA for the coming up questions.
US has to ask.
You want to ask? Can we allow them a chance?
Yes. Sure, sir.
How would the technology boost in Japan because of the decline of workers, as they have essential role in factories and IT sectors and etc. So basically, I'm asking how you will boost the technology as there is decline of workers
which are essential for factories and IT fields.
We address this issue that skilled labor. To encourage this, we still have 1.3 million tech workers currently in 2024, and still we are moving towards automation to reduce the need of workers in the industry. Thank you.
Can I ask a question, please? To Germany. Okay, so you said in your speech that over 57% of your electricity comes from renewable sources. So how can you justify 35% rise in energy prices?
The main The main reason for the price increase in for energy is the loss of Russian gas due to the Russia-Ukraine war and the shutdown of nuclear power plants. These are the main reasons for which there is a hike in the price of electricity, but we are still working on it and increasing our renewable energy infrastructure. Thank you.
Asking USA for the questions.
My question is to United Kingdoms. As Delegate of Peace and Security, we want you to explain your involvement in the wars going on right now in the world. For example, the Russia and Ukraine wars.
I would like to elaborate that together we lead an ATO in defending democratic values as seen in our unified support for Ukraine in overcoming Russia's aggression. NATO means North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that is a political and a military alliance founded in 4th of April 1949. The purpose is to safeguard the freedom and security of its members through political and military means.
Second question, please. So, second question from Australia. So, what's your progress to improve your SDG index?
So Australia's contribution to SDG in the future is going to be like we are focusing mainly on these 10 subjects so that more and more students can increase in our country. So we also allow foreign students to get educated in our country for free. For those who are, capable for more opportunities, we give them scholarships. So and we also have top three of our universities ranked in the top 50 in the world, like University of Melbourne, University of Sydney, and AMU. So that's enough. Thank you.
With this, we end round 2, and now our tiny tots are here to talk to you all. Please give them a round of applause.
Welcome everyone to MUN. But I don't know what is MUN. Stop, wait. Don't trouble them. I will tell you what is MUN. MUN means Model United Nations where delegates are coming and discussing about challenges and resolutions. Oh, now I got it. Will you come after 8 years to see my performance?
Yes, sure. Promise I'll come.
Gentlemen's come. Oh, why? Only yours? We are also going to join MUN after 8 years. Sir, sir, did you come after 8 years?
Definitely I'll come. Promise.
Thank you, our tiny tots. And now I request our chairperson and the jury members to take it further.
the wonderful performances that you have given. So maybe we can have a huge round of applause for all of you. Okay, ever since we ventured into this room and I was hearing all of you speaking, my attention naturally caught sight of Japan. So I will be asking you the question. Okay, you have been blessed with a lot of technological advancement, right? And that is what your papers and your documents that you've submitted also say. So, since we talk about United Nations, which is more about fraternity, the world fraternity being as one entity and all that, which country you think needs more of your protection so that you can leave a legacy, okay, where such promotions are not, because of certain constraints, such promotions or such richness is not visible. So, which country or which particular side of nations you see can seek the best help from your side, and how would you like to offer that help? Okay, keeping in mind all the political constraints also that you're all aware of according to your geological structure and all that. So just think which country would you be aligning with. And also elaborate what will be your planning, how will you help them out?
So I think that developing countries like India would definitely benefit from taking our help. Japan has a history of actually assisting India in various sectors, such as like Suzuki. In the first days, the Maruti Suzuki was the first car company, and it was made with the collaboration of Maruti, because established by the government of India, and Suzuki, which was a Japanese company. So I say that we should help India since it's a large population. We can help them. They need the training in infrastructure, development, etc. So I think India is an adequate country that we can help, and we really hope to collaborate with India on international issues such as green energy, climate change, etc. So I think that's my answer.
In return from India?
India has great amount of human capital, great population, so we expect some assistance from them in that topic. Because Japan is very underpopulated country, if you know. India also has a lot of natural resources. I think that.
So my question is from Team Russia. The agenda is peace and security. How you are going to contribute in the peace and security
security of the world unless you are connected with Ukraine, which is everybody is aware that how much disastrous it is.
Collaborating in world power as we are already part of United Nations, the Shanghai Cooperation and the BRICS group. We are we are ready to we are ready for a direct negotiation, but our deals, our perspective view, in our view, the needs should be fulfilled and what the Ukraine wants should be also clear.
So you want to take the advantage of being one of the superpowers.
We want to spread our wings. That's our agenda.
Namaste, India. So my question is from Team India, from the delegates of Team India. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you, all the delegates from all the 8 countries here, and you have done so well. But there are always words for improvement. So don't take it otherwise if we give you any solutions. I know you won't, but there always are needs for improvement. First of all, I would like to introduce you with the situation between US and Japan, and then my follow-up question will come. So please listen very carefully in India. Have you heard of the nuclear bombardment by USA on Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki? When was it done? World War II. Right. So even after that, and it was not like it was not even 100 years have passed. You can say that, right? But now Japan and US are very strong allies. Politically, socially, economically, they have done many projects together on innovative technology, right? So they are buried the hatchet and they are not conflicted over that. Moreover, Japan in its Article 6 has exclusively banned from taking any measures. They can't initiate a war. If I say it in a very easy language, they can't initiate a war
to remedy any international problem. They can keep an army according to Article 9 of them for self-defense, but they cannot initiate a war, and that's very hard for any nation, right? But even today, India, that's not. I'll ask a question. Why can't India learn from Japan and US and bury the hatchet with Pakistan, that is their neighboring country, or China, and initiate any initiative, take any initiative to bury the hatchet for the population's well-being. And their agenda is well-being, good health and well-being. So it's very important for the well-being part that there is international, especially with our neighboring countries. So what initiatives do you think as delegates should come up to bury the hatchet with Pakistan or China?
So India is taking initiatives to make strong allies with China. For example, we see BRICS, in which India and China, Russia and Africa together and stand for peace. And for Pakistan, will be peaceful because Pakistan is going to attack India. And India is always neutral. In Ukraine and Russia war, India don't support Russia because still Russia is its ally. Because India want only peace. And saying of Pakistan, they have already captured our many territories. For example, POK and Lahore.
Thank you so much. I believe you are trying to say that India believes in not first policy. Okay, that is very apt and accurate. Thank you. Yeah, my question is to USA. So you have lots of schemes for your country people related to good health and well-being. But as such nowadays you are listening about the gun culture which is prevailing in America. Right? It is destroying its own country as well as to some extent it is affecting the other countries too. What the stand you will be taking to solve this problem in your own country as well as to implement peace in the world too? Though like it has been said that USA always take initiative to create, to maintain peace in the world, but every time you listen that like whenever there is a ammunition and everything is being found, those ammunitions are basically made in USA, right? So it means we know that like at the back end USA is promoting their business too, which is exactly the contradictory between the peace which they want to establish in the world, as such it said, and means, peace which they wanted to establish in the world and the business which they are doing. Do you have any solution for that?
obvious that only in the USA gun violence is most prevalent over there. So for that we got to know that mostly the children of high school and university are involved in such kind of things. And for them they need mental health. They need consultancy for mental health as because of their brain they have like they don't they have to be consulted, and for that we have several numbers too, like toll-free number of 988, and we also have a program telemedicine in which the doctors can give online consultation to students, which will be for their well-being, and they won't be doing any gun violence as they could understand the harmful effect of it.
Actually, it is going on still in the country at a very large scale, right? And I want a solution for my second question too. That what about their business and peace, which both the things are contradictory in the world to the guns and ammunition.
The USA is definitely not doing a good thing with this business which is going on in the US. But we are still trying to stop them, and the government is trying their best to stop these businesses from promoting like not so not peaceful things out in the world, and they are trying their best, like us government, we are trying the best to stop them from doing these business and try to promote peace more out in the world and in the country also.
Thank you, but what I think that US government must be clear between these two whether they want peace in the world or they want to go for their own business, right? Thank you so much.
I direct my question now to Germany. Germany, here you're talking about technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, right? So, what is it that you see India and the Prime Minister after the consistency in their leadership? India had a political instability for a certain while, but then now, ever since the last 2 decades, India has seen clear-cut policies and their trade and all that. So, what are the takeaways that you feel inspired by the Indian foreign policy in terms of trade and all these technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure? Any three major takeaways?
So could we explain the question once again?
Do you recognize Indian rise in all these sectors, what you already mentioned? So, any three things that you can be feeling inspired about, and then that you can relate with your own country, and a healthy collaboration can take place between these two nations? What are the areas that you're targeting in your priorities? You can discuss and then answer. Take your time and answer.
as Germany has a shortage of skilled labor. It is one of the most major issues faced in Germany. As India has a large population, the high population of India can be trained and be used in Germany. India has some of the highest employment rates in the world, and that skilled labor can be used in Germany. And there are a lot of Indian students which are going to abroad in Germany to study in their university, like Mathland University and others. In these two ways, Germany and India could be helpful in technology and innovation. Another help that can be taken from the India to Germany is agricultural resources. India has a monsoon-based climate and has some of the and is the agriculture-based economy. The agriculture produced in India can be helpful for Germany to feeding the high population. Thank you.
Next question is from Rukia. So, you mentioned in your speech that SDG 16 is being used for peace and security. But let me address your obsession over the monarchs. Monarchy has ended all over the world, but UK still continues to be a monarch. It has full government, but monarchy surpasses them all. And some even go to the extent to say that the prime minister is puppet of the queen or the king or the ruler. So how can the world be assured that there won't be any threat to their countries if monarchy persists? How can you assure the world peace and security if the government or the bureaucrats are just puppets of the monarchs? And these are the same monarchs who colonized the world, colonized the entire world in the 18th and 19th centuries, including India.
To elaborate that monarchy is not completely ruling over the country. It is handling some circumstances, but the main functional unit is modern parliamentary system.
That is true. But if it comes to peace and security, the final authority of monarch persists. So what do you want to say about that?
According to me, we can collaborate and make a settlement with the modern parliamentary democracy and monarchy system so that both can sign a treaty and the peace and security can be more enhanced.
Who needs to sign the treaty with whom?
Like we can combine and collaborate with the modern parliament democracy and the monarchy system. Parliamentary system and the monarchy system.
I think the solution will be to end the monarchy, but do you as delegates of UK agree with it?
If we want, we can remove the monarchy system, but as the memories of early kings and heritage system, we will not remove the monarchy. And like if we will remove the monarchy, then the government will be like the government introduces the new policies. So if we can collaborate with them, it will be more efficient. According to me.
Australian delegation, hello. My question to you is that you have expressed or you have researched about quality education and strong institutions, and you definitely take pride in the fact that you have good infrastructure and everything. But then, according to the present scenario, if you people find yourselves in the shoes of Ukraine, how would you be dealing with these sectors under prevailing circumstances?
In the case of Ukraine, we will have, first of all, thing we will have done was to control the number of immigrants from our country because, as you can see, that many of the people have migrated from Ukraine. And the second thing was to have more and more meetings, press conferences, and peace conferences
sort out the matter, whatever it is, and people have invested more on technology and education of the students and people in our country, so that if in any cases our country, much of our country is destroyed, because those people, our future generation could have rebuilt it, and we expect that they would have done more good relations with Russia. Thank you.
Is it what you're not already practicing, Ukraine? Something extraordinary?
As you have seen the headlines, now the president has agreed to settle this all matter. So if we would have been in the case of Tibet, we would have settled it much earlier.
क्या बोला?
It's easier said than done, right? I would just like to have your take on the reply given by Australian delegation about your policies, because they made a very strong thing. We could have settled it out way earlier. So just let them realize how easy it is, or it is really tough.
Okay, so we have tried several times with Russia to make treaties and agreements, like Budapest Memorandum in 1994. It was clearly signed that you would respect our freedom, independence, and our boundaries. But you broke it in 2014. In that treaty, we also gave up our nuclear arsenal that was the world's third largest. So our trust was broken once then. Minsk 1 and 2, our trust was broken again because they annexed the Crimean Peninsula. So it is not that easy when you say that you would make treaties and just resolve the peace, because our trust is broken multiple times. Thank you.
Now I request Honorable Jury, Ms. Vasudha Pandey, to address the gathering.
A very warm afternoon to everyone now present here.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So the first MUN simulation was held in 1921, and in India it was first held in 1947. So today you became a part of this historical legacy that is MUN. So clap for yourself. And it is an absolute honor and privilege for me to be here. And I have a very good memory when it comes to stuff like this. And I remember first time I was on stage, it was in class, I don't know, fourth or fifth. But the first speech that I gave was when my own teacher, my Redu ma'am, I don't know, I think sitting in the back side, she asked me to stand on the stage, and today she asked me to jury you. So it has been such an honor for me to do that. Okay, so model United Nations is not just about debating. Okay, so like let's say if I have to represent India, okay, I don't have to think about what's the capital of country. I don't have to okay, Delhi is capital of India. Delhi is capital. I don't have to do that. I have been living in India for 2 decades now. So if I have to tell about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Andolan or Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, it will just come naturally to me, to every citizen, to every child of India, right? Because it has been advertised day in, day out. We see banners all over the country. So whenever you have to participate in events like MUN, I think you are given notice 1 month ahead or 2 months ahead of that. You know you are going to participate in that. So when you are given, when you are selected, try to live like you are a citizen of that country. For example, if you are given Japan, think like a Japanese. Start to study everything about Japan. What's the capital? What are the latest schemes? How do people live there? Okay, so just live with it. Psychologically, Google Scholar should be your home because Government of India in National Education Policy 2020 has uh, has given so much importance on research. The young minds should start researching from very, very extremely young age. So what is research? Something has already been done. I personally am a research scholar of public administration. So let me just give you some cheap tips. The research is something has already been done and you have to research it. So whatever the world is doing, you have to just find out the fact and then you have to think from your own perspective. For example, let's say Japan. So do the delegates of Japan know what their articles are? How many articles are there? Okay, so you should know that. If I say, do you know India has a preamble in their constitution? No one here, because everyone is Indian, will say, no, there's no preamble, because we know it, right? But if I ask, is there a preamble in the Australian constitution? Can you say with that confidence? No, right? So try to become a citizen of that particular country if you are given a particular country. That is one thing that I felt. India was very confident about speaking about India because they're Indians, they got India and they're confident, right? So, but this was a challenge for 7 other countries. That was one of the points. My second point is there shouldn't be any pity. Okay, I quote, unquote, I'm proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal tolerance, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. This is Swami Vivekananda speaking in Chicago in 1893. In 1893, India was under the colonial rule of Britishers, and he was standing in a foreign land, standing tall and proud of the Indian history and legacy. So if you are representing, let's say, for example, today, let's say Ukraine, don't feel pity. Okay, don't say, oh, we are suffering. Oh, we are under war. We are under, uh, please, US, you should help us. Please, UK, you should help. No, you should be proud of your legacy. Right now, you are representing Ukraine on the international forum. Their prime minister is not afraid. He's still fighting, and he's still fighting the country that is Russia. And it has extremely good weapons. We rely on Russia. Extremely good weapons. They are the largest country in the world. He is not begging anyone to help. He's still fighting, and he is standing tall and confident. So don't feel pity that, oh, I got Russia, I got Ukraine. What to do? feel like USA was very they came very strongly. They felt very powerful. Japan was very confident because they knew they got USA and Japan. I want to every country should feel the same, and that is what we learned from Swami Vivekananda, right? Second of all, there shouldn't be any vagueness. If I say I visited Mauritius in the month of March, and it's a very small country, okay? So you'll be like, okay, it's a small country. But if I say I visited Goa and Mauritius, Goa is the smallest state in India, okay? That is the smallest state in India, and it has the area is 3,070 square kilometers. Mauritius is a country, it's not a state. It's a country, and the area is 2,040 square kilometers. That is 1,000 lesser than the smallest state of India. Now you have a perspective how small the Mauritius is, right? So don't be vague when you say, "Oh, USA has many schemes." How many? More than who? More than which country? Why is USA so powerful? USA is very powerful. It has 50 states. So what? India has 28 to 29 states. Why is India not powerful? India has the largest population. Why is India not powerful? So it shouldn't be vague. You have to be very precise about it. That India is okay, and I don't want to point it out, but you should know what each of your countries. Uh, um, what can I say? Yeah, you should know that, and you should also know that. Uh, Sorry, let me give you an example. India, among all the 193 countries in the world, that is under the United Nations, was the first country to initiate a national mental health program as early as in the 1980s. So, when you are asked about mental health of India, you should know that India was one of the first countries which addressed about the mental health program of the population. I think no one can guess. Some people may guess USA because USA is suffering a lot because of their mental health. And again, why is USA suffering? There is depression, we all know that. There is anxiety, there is racism, and there are gun conflicts. So if I have a gun and I am a sane person, do I threat you? If I have a gun right here, I don't threaten you. The real problem is their mental health. The real problem is that they cannot control their instinct to use that gun. That is the real problem. The teenagers have a gun, so they start school fights anywhere because they have the gun and their mental health is weak. It's not because they have guns that is the problem. The problem is that their mind is not in correct position to address their instincts. Okay, and I would say whenever you are in a speech, conference, or MUN, don't use abbreviations. Okay, you may know the full form, but the audience may not know. For example, what is NATO? Okay, or what is STEM? What is STEM education? I know what is STEM education. Okay, but not everyone may know. So next time when you address or speak in any conference or anything like that, always even while writing answers, don't say etc. It's etc. Know the full form because I know what is Ayushman Bharat, but you have to tell what is full form of that, right? To other countries because you may think that okay, they know what is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Andolan, but do they? USA doesn't know why India needs a scheme like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao in 21st century. Why are Betiyan not saved in India? They may ask this question, right? Because USA doesn't have this problem. In USA, people, girl child are not getting smothered, are not getting killed, so they don't know what's the problem. And what I want to say furthermore is, if you're sitting in this situation, in this structure, where 8 countries are interrogating among themselves, and for example, if I say, okay, in my state, in my country, I have this problem, and I am doing this for the solution. Okay,
So it doesn't concern, for example, Japan's problem doesn't concern USA, Ukraine's problem doesn't concern Russia as long as it's bothering them. For example, I have this issue, infant mortality rate. It doesn't concern Pakistan. Infants are dying in India. They, why do they care? Let them die, right? When they will care when there is a global crisis like corona. Okay, so in good health and well-being, India exported so many vaccines throughout the world, and I didn't see that coming up from any of the delegates, especially from India. It should have been a pointer to how many countries, how many injections have been exported, right? Because that is a global concern. My country has this problem. For example, Australia has a problem of education. So it doesn't concern me if they're illiterate, right? It will concern me how it is affecting India. So maybe from next time onwards, please put a paragraph of how it is affecting the world, how it is affecting more than one country except for ourselves. Okay. And the last but not the least, research the current affairs. Every day read newspapers. Okay, reading newspaper, you may think, what's there to read? But if you read newspaper every day, by the end of the year, you will feel you are a completely different person. Some of the questions that Narayana asked were from current affairs, and I won't say we were disappointed, but the answers were not up to the mark because you didn't read the newspapers. Every day there's a section for international affairs. So if you read it, you can go through it. If you read it, you will have the knowledge of it. Just read it like a daily routine. Make it a daily routine. You will find it boring, you may not understand it, but gradually you will start to fathom what is there in it. Okay. That would be all from my side. And thank you so much. You are all so wonderful. You are all in ninth standard, and your English is good. You are very confident, and I hope to see you again in, I guess, national level MUNs or international level MUNs. Thank you so much. Yeah, good afternoon, one and all present here.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So almost all tips have already been given by ma'am. So just note it down. I know that it takes lots of courage to be be a participant in such kind of events, and I know that like people have lost number of levels to come here. So whatever tips have been given, please follow that religiously.
And secondly, you will not be able to give your best unless and until you will live for that country. Whenever the topics have been given to you, that is must. Another thing is that you must be
aware of what the judgment points will be, what will be the rubrics for judging each and every round of MUN. Work on those
very strongly, because in some of the rubrics that how you are going to start, how you are going to end your speech, that also matters a lot. So all these things must be taken care of, and rest everything is really nice. When we talk about grooming ourselves, we don't have any limit. Whole lifelong we have to learn, we have to keep on learning.
And yes, if you want to be successful in future, please be ready with your with sharpening the skill of current affairs. That is must. Alright? So thank you so much, and I thank Narayana Group to give me this privilege to be a part of this event. And I wish all of you a very successful that academic year, and good luck for the coming competitions too. Thank you.
All right. So this you want to formally invite me, or I should start? Okay. So first of all, I want to ask a very basic question to anyone who can answer. What is the purpose of Narayana Group holding MUN? Why, not only our group or some other group, or why MUNs are held? Yes.
Sir, for your communication skills to think like a leader and to know about
Okay.
international current affairs.
Enhance public speaking skills.
Okay. Somebody else. I'm expecting something different.
To enhance confidence.
All right. And no. Okay.
For diminishing public fear.
Okay. So, can I just reframe this question after one Hindi poetry lines, which is just oozing up to my mind, and then you can say कुछ lines मेरे मन में आ रही है. पहले मैं वो बोल दूं, फिर आप ये question दोबारा पूछता हूँ आपसे same question.
Yes, sir.
क्या क्या बनाने आए थे, क्या क्या बना बैठे, क्या क्या बनाने आए थे, क्या क्या बना बैठे, मंदिर बना बैठे, कहीं मस्जिद बना बैठे. हमसे तो अच्छी परिंदों की जात है. You know what is परिंदा? हमसे तो अच्छी परिंदों की जात है. कभी मंदिर पे जा बैठे, कभी मस्जिद पे जा बैठे. Now I'm asking this question to you. What is the reason of keeping MU in debates?
What do you think if any of us becomes a global leader tomorrow, he or she will be able to, control the situation. He or she will be able to, tell everybody that now what should we do after learning from other nations.
Very nice. Because, onus lies on your shoulders now. You are going to be the future makers. You are going to decide the pace and the peace of the world. What will the world be looking like in time to come? It depends upon your efforts, your thinking. That's the larger goal we have. Okay, public speaking is okay, vocabulary, research, knowledge. But ultimately, somebody who is a good doctor is a good doctor, okay. But then is he a good human being also? Then only he can be of service to the society. Right? So that is the aim that we have for these things. I would like to tell you that I came from a very humble, simple background as a student. I was just discussing with ma'am. We came from government schools, KV schools. And I remember when I applied for prestigious schools, they had to look at me with a frown that, oh, we only entertain these the candidates from the schools, missionary schools and all. But then it's all about hardworking and consistency that we make our way out. Okay? And which you are all a part of a journey. Don't let that journey sink into. You will have so many hurdles, people may try to point out and they say, पूरे टाइम एनुअल में टाइम बर्बाद करते रहते हो. कई बार टीचर्स भी ऐसे रिमार्क्स दे देते हैं और कुछ तो आता नहीं है इनको, मैथ्स वर्थ पढ़ के देखो तब पता चलेगा, लेके एनुअल के बैठ जाते हैं और ये सब. इट हैपेंस. But then just think from their perspective and think from your perspective. Okay, we cannot blame that they are wrong or somebody is right or somebody is wrong. But you have chosen it as your journey and you have to live the journey on till the time you contribute. Like she said, हम में से कोई बनेगा, हम में से क्यों कोई नहीं, सब बनेंगे. कहीं ना कहीं हमें जहाँ पे भी जाएंगे, है ना, जहाँ जलेगा वहाँ रोशनी देगा. किसी चिराग का अपना मकान नहीं होता. तो जहाँ भी जाओगे वहाँ पे आपको रोशनी देनी है, चाहे वो एक अच्छे एम्बेसडर बन जाओ या कुछ भी. तो आपको ये सब चीजें अपने दिमाग में रखनी पड़ेगी. ओके, एक और इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्शन. आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉन्फिडेंस इन लैंग्वेज. प्रिपरेशंस के लिए जब आप मैंने एनसीआर के इवेंट्स भी अटेंड किए हैं, वहाँ पे भी आई वाज अ जूरी. कौन सा सोर्स व्हिच इज मोस्ट ऑथेंटिक फॉर द presentation of your papers or your research? Anything you say cannot be accepted at MUN France. Tell me, who will tell me what is the authentic resource from which information is only authenticated?
Sir, the official sites.
Newspaper. No. Government website. Which? Google, no.
UN, UNICEF, UNESCO.
Please make a note of it, okay? And this should be your takeaway of learning. Reuters, okay? Reuters, whatever information is passed through Reuters, only that is authenticated in the debates, okay? Reuters, the channel or the broadcast given by the Reuters, that is only acceptable in the UN debate. So the tweeters and all these information, you should be only focusing. If you go to NCR or bigger MUN or somewhere, or they will ask you the source. And if it is not from there, definitely they are going to question. Also, like ma'am was telling, that you have to live like India or Japan or something. I had the most horrifying experience as an MUN delegate when I first of all when I went from Ryan International School and Noida School was hosting, and the first person I encountered, in that team who was hosting, like this group is hosting, was a sixth grade student. Believe me for my words. And the way this boy came to me in a very formal tone, and he asked me, I was just trying to venture out here and there. He tried to stop me by asking, yeah, could I help you some way, sir? And I was like, my God, this boy is giving me such much honor. This much formal these debates are. So we cannot say you have no identity other than delegation. So each time you're addressing the chair, here there is no chair as such, like, we have 3 days or 4 days, we're just teachers. But then amongst the people who are judging you, they will, negative mark you for if you say, I want to say, I personally pronounce a not it was allowed. For example, Japan is answering, so the delegation has to say, delegate of Japan would like to answer this question. Delegate of Russia would answer the delegation of USA that they must, third person pronoun. Don't say you did that, you are like this is not acceptable. Did you see Lok Sabha also? Each time they say talk to the chair, Adhyaksh ji, hum aapke madhyam se, like this they say. So this is what is very righteously practiced in their things. So you should be very careful about this. And last but not the least, your research should not be biased to certain things. Intra. What kind of questions will I give you? Imagine yourself into their shoes, them to be like you. So anytime you're researching or studying your social science lessons or something, just think like that. Had I been Musharraf in that era, could I have given a better solution like this? Okay? These kind of questions must wander into the galleries of your mind. Otherwise, the energy and the preparation that you showcase is excellent, it's superlative. And I must congratulate all your teachers who have been behind the preparations. Big round of applause for all your teachers. And thank you, Narayana Group, for letting me be the part of this fantabulous debate, fantabulous session. I wish you all the best, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, ma'am, for your beautiful feedbacks. Now we'll take a break, lunch break for 30 minutes. Then after we'll continue with the validity ceremony. Thank you.